I have a simple question. Simple question. What the hell are Manchester United doing, bro? What the hell are Manchester United doing? Like, I feel like when I talk about Man United, I feel like I'm battling against my own fan base. I feel like I'm battling against. It's always a whirlwind. It's always a whirlwind. But I thought, you know what? I'm not going to say nothing about Man United for a little while. You know, we got Cunha. I thought, let me just sit back and see what happens, because everybody knows what my opinion was at the end of the season regarding Amarim, regarding these players, regarding the squad, etc. And the pressure that I said I believe Ineos are under this summer. So far, nothing has been dispelled. Absolutely nothing has been dispelled. And I'm not just talking about transfers, because a lot of people are trying to come with this, oh, the signing needs to be done before the financial tax, whatever they're saying about something got to do with July, the tax year, blah, 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 right? For whenever they got to financially put in their forms or something like that, yeah? Cool. We got Cunha in before that, though. So what was the difference of Cunha? Why didn't we just wait till after July? But anyway, regardless of that, I'm not only going to be talking about the transfer, I'm going to be talking about the sales. And this is why I was so angry and so passionate about Manchester United towards the end of the season. When fans were telling me 15th place is acceptable, when fans were telling me that let Amarim get his players, it doesn't matter what happens this season with these players, it doesn't matter because Amarim is going to get his players and we're going to be a completely different team next season. That's what I was getting told. And when I was saying to people, you do know he's going to have to work with a lot of these same players next season. So these players that you guys are basically saying he has no responsibility to improve, no responsibility to coach, because next season we're going to have a completely different squad or a completely different team and pool of players that he's going to be able to work with. How's that looking now? Because for a team that finished 15th place, Manchester United are not aggressive at all. We finished 15th place. We're hanging around 16th, 17th all season, trophyless. The worst form I've ever seen at Man United. And we've only brought in one player so far and have not made any significant sales. Ericsson left, Lindelof left on a free. Apologies, I've forgotten someone else. Actually, let me check to make sure that I'm absolutely spot on. Let me check at Manchester United's outgoings. United outgoings. Just make sure of all of that. Just the outgoings. This is via transfer market. So far, Manchester United's outgoings. Let's have a look. So that's arrivals. Outgoings is Johnny Evans, Victor Lindelof, and Christian Eriksen. All on a free. Manchester United have not made a penny. We have not made a penny this summer so far. Not made a penny. Johnny Evans retired. The other two left on a free. When people are talking about Manchester United are going to be able to, Amarim is going to be able to get his own players and he doesn't matter have to coach these guys. You see what we're having to work with. You see what we're having to work with. You have too much faith, too much blind faith. And that's why for me, coaching is always going to be important. Improving players is always going to be important. You're not just going to be able to pick up a guy, discard him and all the time and they're just going to be able to play with a bunch of new players. What's happening with Anthony? United can't get a sell. Marcus Rashford, Jadon Sancho, Tyrell Malacia. Luke Shaw is still at the football club. Casemiro is staying now, which I always getting told last season, Casemiro will be going. Casemiro is staying now. That's Amarim's player now. That is Amarim's player. Amarim likes the guy, hailed him up, said he apologized to him for how he treated him in the beginning. That's an Amarim player. So nobody turn around and say to me, oh, that's not his player, or he ain't got his players. That's Amarim player now. Bruno stayed. We could have got like 100 mil. Bruno stayed. Obviously, Maguire's staying. These are all players that were on the list of apparent sales. The Man United are going to chop them off. Garnacho, we're trying to force him out. Can we find buyers? We don't know. But one thing for sure is we're going to get lowballed for all of these guys. Marcus Rashford's going to end up being probably a loan option to buy. Anthony, loan option to buy. Jadon Sancho, same thing. He had an obligation and he's still back at the football club. We can't make sales. There's all this talk about Mbeumo, which we're dancing around. We're going to probably get it done, but we're dancing around that, taking ages. Where's the talk about a centre midfielder? Where's the talks about centre midfielders? Right, wing backs. We're talking about Ahmad's going to be a one injury to Ahmad. Dallow's going to play there. We've seen Dallow's not suited to that role. And I like Dallow. He's not suited to that role. We need 2 centre midfielders. There's only a bit of whistle. Where's the goalkeeper hunt? Do Manchester United have to operate only in one way? And that's one signing at a time. Why are we not trying to do multiple deals? Why are we not trying to push guys out of the club? If you have to drop the fee, 20 million, 15 million, let them go. Let them go, get them off the books. If because of the previous ownership and the wages that we had, if we have to take some cash L's because nobody wants to pay Marcus Rashford 300k, nobody wants to pay Jadon Sancho 300k, nobody wants to pay Anthony 220k. If we're gonna have to take some payout, we're gonna have to find a way of getting rid of these players, getting them off the books. Because if anybody thinks a summer right now of Matheus Cunha, they're gonna say I'm panicking. We want to get these players in before pre-season. That's what Amorim wants, right? That's what Amorim wants. Players to come in before pre-season. That's what every manager wants. That's what every manager wants. And we're only going to probably get him Cunha. And maybe Mbeumo. Listen, I feel sorry for Cunha and Mbeumo already. I feel sorry for them already. Let Cunha and Mbeumo come to this football club and Man United don't sign 2 centre midfielders, don't sign a goalkeeper, really try and sign a right wing back, a striker, and within 3 months, people will be saying they are frauds. I rate both players. Premier League signings, I wrote both of them. I like Mbeumo at Brentford, I like Cunha at Wolves. But within 3 months, if Manchester United do not recruit well, we will be calling these guys frauds. And all these players that we've said, I even forgot, what are we not meant to be selling Højlund? What happened with that too? All these players that people said, Amorim needs to get his own guys. Manchester United, you guys put too much faith in Manchester United when it comes to business. Man United have been basically operating on a kind of like a 3-out, 3-in basis for a long time, or 3-in base for a long time. I know last season we signed quite a few players. We signed Mazraoui in the summer, De Ligt. We signed about 4, 5, which felt like a difference. But usually Man United kind of operate on this 3-in kind of policy. We're 15th place. You would think that if you finish 15th place, you are going to come with the energy. You are going to come with the fire to want to really, really change our fortunes. Really change our fortunes. Aggressively. Chelsea moving aggressive. In my previous video, go and check that out, people. I'm talking about Chelsea's squad. I've got Chelsea fans in the comments. Calm. Oh, yeah, no, that's fine because we're going to let go of Jackson. Oh, no, Nkunku's not going to. George, he's going to go. Hey, we're going to find. They are calm. Do you know why? Because Chelsea always find a way of shipping off players. Chelsea always find a way of flipping their squad. In fact, Chelsea always find a way of making profit out of their sales. Whereas Man United, I don't have the same confidence. And Chelsea finished 4th. Liverpool have been more aggressive than Manchester United. How come they didn't need to get all their deals over the line before the financial year? Or why didn't Arsenal just wait for the all this type of stuff for the financial year? Man City, financial year, they brought 3 players in. They're going Club World Cup. How can teams that finished in the title race be more aggressive in the market than Manchester United? Because it's all well and good. We want to sell these players, right? But in the media, we've trashed Rashford's name. Whether it was self-inflicted or not, we've trashed it. Sancho, he's been trashed. Anthony, I wouldn't say he's been trashed really. Garnacho, we are character destroying him at the moment. But then we think clubs are going to be lining up to try and sign these guys. Or they're going to see all this stuff that goes on that plays in the media and just think, well, United are desperate to sell them. You know, we're going to lowball them. Or we're just going to get a loan option to buy because there's no way he can be in the squad. You know, when everybody's clapping and saying, woo! Go on, Ruben Amorim. He told Garnacho, good luck finding a club. Woo! Go Amorim. He told Garnacho, yeah, that's the last game you're ever going to play. Woo! And now we can't move him on. So what happens then? What happens then? I mean, the summer of 2023, 2024, Mason Mount, Højlund, Onana, that's the three in. They all need to leave. They all need to leave. And I like Mason Mount, but he can't stay fit. Hasn't contributed. They all need to leave. We should be trying to find solutions. Because if people genuinely think Cunha and Mbeumo is enough, you have another thing coming. Then they're talking about, you know, the rest is depending on sales. What sales? What sales? For me, I'm totally underwhelmed, man. And things need to change quickly. And I'll be here if things change. But as I said, this is a big summer for Ineos. It's not about just Ruben Amorim. I don't agree with the fans that think Amorim doesn't have to coach these players, doesn't have to improve these players. That's nonsense. That's absolute nonsense. However, I said it's a big summer for Ineos and it's a huge one. Ineos are not doing a good job right now in terms of moving players on. Now, I'm going to give them the time. I'm going to give them the duration of this summer. But things have to move quickly. Things have to move quickly. Because one of the reasons why I thought this summer we're going to be doing a clear out, especially when I saw where we were in position in the table, I said, yeah, okay, everything has to be flipped because it's a force, it's a necessity. But all we've done is sit back and watch City strengthen, Liverpool strengthen, Chelsea strengthen. I don't want to even be compared to other clubs. I don't want to see, well, what's Tottenham doing? What's Newcastle doing? Wait, I don't care about that. I care about Manchester United. And so far, it's not good enough. So far, it's not good enough. So we'll see what happens, people. But I just thought we need to raise this point. Let's see if in July, 1st of July, everything is going to change. But as it stands right now, Casemiro has been told he's staying. Luke Shaw's definitely going to stay. Højlund, I don't think he's going to leave. Malacia, people like that. I mean, honestly, guys, it's crazy. I feel like it's just a madness. Honestly, it is just a madness. The only position that right now you feel like, okay, cool. You know, you got Aiden Heaven, you got Lenny Yoro. You can live with Lissandro, De Ligt, and Maguire. Maybe, okay, cool. I don't want to see any centre back incomings. But in terms of midfield, in terms of defense, midfield, in terms of attack, it definitely needs improving. We're not going to sign 11 players. Next season isn't just going to magically improve because we've brought in 4 players. Struggle to sell. We need to be pre-season's important. Coaching needs to take place despite everyone thinking the coaches doesn't matter. Coaching needs to take place. You would never think Manchester United finished 15th with the way we're moving. Do we really want to change our fortunes? Or do we want to stay a mid-table team forever? Now, I know the previous ownership fucked up this club massively with the wages that they've handed out. Massively. But you got to play the cards. What did they say? You got to play the cards that you were dealt with. Ineos knew what they were signing up for. One thing I'll give Ineos is the emerging talent. You know, bringing in emerging talent. You know, Ravel will be working and bringing in Chido and Diogo Leon. And, you know, we're trying to be very good in that type of market. But players next season are going to need to improve. And signings and sales need to happen. I think Dorgu can take a bigger leap next season. I like the look of Dorgu. I love Aiden Heaven. I like Lenny Yoro. I don't mind all that. But the goalkeeper situation needs to change. Striker, we cannot walk into the season with Rasmus Højlund as our striker. Midfield, if you guys genuinely think a Manchester United midfield consisting of Ugarte, Bruno Fernandes, Casemiro, Kobbie Mainoo, who can't even get into 11 because apparently he's not good enough. He's not good enough to start for Manchester United now, all of a sudden. But I'm not going to speak on that. If we think that is a midfield that can take us anywhere, then listen, point me towards your local dealer. Point me towards your local dealer. I'm super underwhelmed at the moment. Yeah, it's 30th of June right now, but we'll see what happens. You know what I mean? I need to see moves, and it's not just Mbeumo. So please, nobody come to me and say, oh, Mbeumo. I need to see serious more moves, because Mbeumo already feels like he's here. They've killed the excitement of that about how long it takes. But listen, business is business. But we'll see what happens, people, man. Guys, make sure you like, share, subscribe, turn your notifications on. But I can't hide my frustration seeing Chelsea operate. Seeing Chelsea operate, seeing City operate, seeing Liverpool operate, and then seeing how we operate. It's poor. It's poor. But guys, like, share, subscribe, turn your notifications on. It's your boy CultureCams. Let me know what you think in the comments. Are Manchester United going to end up flipping this squad? What is the expectation for next season? Because for me, if we start the season bad next year, it's dark. It is dark. Alright, guys. They've done it again. They've done it again. It's your boy CultureCams. I'm out. Peace. Guys, lastly, before I leave, big love for you guys. You guys are running up the subscriptions. You guys are running up the likes. You guys are doing amazing. I really appreciate it. You know, the video yesterday is already on 20K. Really appreciate the support, people. And yeah, it's your boy Coach Cams. I probably said that 20 times. I'm out. Peace.